Okay, before this video, I must state that Audacity, the program I use to record this, is messing up beyond belief, and it turns out at random times it'll just, skip what I say, and there'll be jumps in audio randomly. So I apologize in advance for any of those discrepancies that may appear in this video. Hello, loyal fans and subscribers, Nina Mori Fanboy here. This is the team preparation for week 4 in the PBF. This week, I'm against the Memphis Magnezones. I have been simultaneously looking forward to and dreading this day ever since I found out that I would be battling the Magnezones in week 4. As I'll show later, the Magnezones ended up drafting a lot of heavily defensive Pokemon. His team has since been dubbed Team Bulk. So it's kind of been in the back of my mind that, soon I'm going to have to battle Team Bulk. I think that alone would be epic enough, but there's another factor increasing the epicness of this situation. We are both 3-0. We've yet to lose a match. We've had 3 matches and have yet to lose one. I think that's self-explanatory, but I explained it, and Audacity just froze, so nothing matters. Oh, no, wait, there we go. Yeah, there's power rankings in the PBF listed on, PBF's official Twitter. I believe currently the Magnezones are ranked number 1. I believe the Chicago Beartics, I think it's Chicago. I'm terrible with city names, which I've already said. I think they're number 2, and I believe I'm number 3. All 3 of us are 3-0, and the Magnezones and I are battling this week. So that's pretty epic, if I do say so myself. Now let's get on to the team building, which I'm going to try to keep short, especially now that Audacity is deciding to do this. If you're not familiar with my team by now, it is Greninja, Megamanectric, Latios, Swampert, Blissey, Gothitelle, Hitmontop, Fletchinder, Virizion, Persian, Lapras, and Granbull. And Team Bulk consists of Aegislash, Mega Slowbro, Chansey, Chestnut, Umbreon, Cresselia, Rhyperior, Rotom-Mow, or Cut, or whatever it's called, Meloetta, Weezing, Archeops, and Politoed. Now, ironically, the thing about this bulky team is that he has no way that I can see to remove hazards, which means Swampert or Blissey are an immediate first choice for me. I ultimately decided on Swampert because it does pretty well against a lot of his team, like Rhyperior, mainly Rhyperior, and, Archeops, Aegislash. Really good against those 3, which, I can definitely see him bringing any of those 3. So Swampert's good, and I didn't really want to bring Blissey because he might bring Chansey, and, that could just turn into a stall war, which I don't think anyone would want. I'm using my normal physically defensive Scald, Earthquake, Rocks, and I put Toxic on it just to hit Mega Slowbro in case, I'm in against it. Speaking of Mega Slowbro, I decided to bring Megamanectric. I chose a modest one. I ideally wanted one with, T-Bolt, Volt Switch, Flamethrower, and Hidden Power Water or Grass, so I could hit Rhyperior 4 times effective, but I didn't get one when I bred. I did get an HP Ice one, though, so that'll work good enough, I guess. I have Swampert for Rhyperior anyway, so Megamanectric should take on Mega Slowbro, Swampert should take on Rhyperior. I chose Modest because T-Bolt, I believe OHKOs if he's the normal build, he could easily invest in special defense and then it wouldn't OHKO, but it'll still do severe damage with Thunderbolt. I chose Modest, because more power against Slowbro, but also because I don't really outspeed anything with Timid. His fastest poke is Archeops, and that does outspeed non-Megamanectric anyway, even if I am Timid before Mega Evolving. But after Evolving, even if I'm Modest, I outspeed that. So if I Mega Evolve against anything else, then I'll outspeed, his whole team with Megamanectric, provided nothing is Scarfed, which, based on his team, I don't think anything will be. And, of course, against a defensive team, I brought Greninja, because, it gets KOs on a lot of weakened things, I believe it does 50 to 60% to Cresselia with Dark Pulse. I considered putting Taunt on Greninja, just, to shut down a lot of his defensive pokes, but I ultimately decided on Spikes just because, as I said, he's very weak to hazards. And, maybe if I'm against Cresselia and I don't want to take a super effective Moonblast, I can, throw up a Spike. Or if I'm predicting a Thunder Wave, I can throw up Spike and then, not be affected by T-Wave. So that, I got some trickery going on. I really debated between Taunt and Spikes, but I think I'm going with Spikes. I have Taunt on someone else who we will get to momentarily. For this spread, I went Timid, Dark Pulse, Ice Beam, Scald, Spikes, of course, and I opted for max special attack, just enough speed to outspeed Archeops, which I believe is 168 speed, and then I just put the rest in HP. Might get a few more Life Orb hits, you never know. So yeah, there's that. And now that I have a few hazard setters of my own, I figured I better get a Rapid Spinner, which would of course be my Hitmontop. Intimidate again just in case like the Rhyperior gets out of hand or something. I'm adamant this time. Max HP, a little in defense, the rest in attack, like 200 at least in attack. Close combat does enough to Archeops to the point. The defense is to live in acrobatics from Archeops and then do enough damage with close combat that a Mach Punch will take it out the next turn. So I got close combat and Mach Punch, of course, Rapid Spin, of course, and Toxic, just because, Toxic would be beneficial against a lot of members of his team. For my next slot, I decided on Fletchender, and Fletchender in this spot has the biggest case of 4-move slot syndrome I think I've had in this league so far. I need Fly, of course, just to hit stuff. I need Toxic to hit incoming Mega Slowbro, who is just an ultimate counter to Fletchender. I need Taunt, because no one else on my team has Taunt. I need Roost to recover HP, and I need Swords Dance to set up on, these defensive mons that are then taunted and can't do anything. Ultimately, I decided Roost was my most expendable move, so I currently am Adamant, 252 attack and HP, Eviolite, Fly, SD, Toxic, and Taunt. I figured if I fly up when like a Chestnut's on the field, he switches out to, Mega Slowbro. I Taunt first so it can't set up Calm Minds, then Toxic it. I can then live a Scald. I can't be burned. Then, maybe I can switch out if he doesn't have Rocks up into something or, do something. I could have options there. I could even fly again. Roost would be nice, but I think in this situation I'm best with those other 4 moves. So there's Fletchender. And last but not least, quite possibly the most important member, is Gothitelle. Much like my last attempt at a Gothitelle build, this one is modest, max special attack, the rest in HP. I didn't really need speed to outspeed anything, because a lot of his members are slow. I think if his Rhydon is fully invested in speed, it'll outspeed me. Umbreon outspeeds by 1 point. Cresselia outspeeds, but I can't do anything really against a lot of those members anyway. So I figured, I'll just go with this spread. I have choice specs, Psychic, to hit Chestnut and Weezing particularly. Trick to cripple Chansey specifically. And Heal Bell and Toxic to, just do general shenanigans as well as cleric stuff. I feel like the potential success I have will be dependent on my plays with Gothitelle, whether or not I can trap the biggest threats or not and just deal with them immediately or, cripple them for later, then switch out. I think Gothitelle is going to be probably the most important member on my team. So to recap, my team is going to be Greninja, Mega Manectric, Swampert, Gothitelle, Fletchender, and Hitmontop. Based on this team I've constructed, I'm a bit more afraid of his potential offensive mons than his defensive ones, like Rhyperior could be offensive, Aegislash could be offensive, Chestnut could be offensive, even Mega Slowbro can be more offensively based. So, what's its name too? Meloetta. So he has a lot of potential offensive options as well that I'm not going to say I overlooked, but I'm definitely preparing more for his bulk, his defenses. So we'll see how this goes. Either way, tonight, hopefully this battle's happening tonight. One of us is going to lose our 3-0. Both of us will lose our 3-0. One of us is going to lose our perfect record. The other will receive our first loss this evening. So, I hope I emerge victorious, but if not, then I'm glad I lost it to Team Bulk, I guess. So by the time this video goes up, I'll have already had the battle, etc., etc. So if you watch this whole team building video, despite its length, actually this isn't very long, so yeah, if you watch this whole thing, thank you, and definitely look forward to the battle, because I know I am. Thank you for watching.